Welcome to our channel, Snow to Sand. We're the Sanderson family, Sam, Clara, and our lovely daughter, Avril. We had a crazy idea over a year ago to take a leap of faith from the comfort zone of moose and snowy winters. Alaska to Florida seemed like a dream, but we sold our home this month, packed our minivan, and started the ultimate road trip. Our journey started May 24th, 2021 in Palmer, Alaska. Sunny skies and the open road greeted us. We made a few stops along the way and took the beauty of the beginning of the Alaska summer in as we traveled north on the Glen Highway. Our plan for the day was to simply get to Tok. See those funny poles? That helps in high elevation areas during deep snow and snowdrifts for cars and trucks to stay on the road. It seemed like forever, but we made it to Tok and stayed in a cute cabin by Fox and Fireweed. The cabin was adorable and had these hand-painted doors and bathroom cabinets. We grabbed dinner at Fast Eddie's. Sam recommends the chili. It is 7 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, May 25th, and we are on our way to the Canada border. It is a nice, clear day. The road is not too rough right now, and we're excited because we're going to be crossing over to Canada and hopefully getting through to our hotel tonight. And so we haven't seen any wildlife yet, but we are going to go ahead and do our joke of the day. Take it away, Daddy.
So guys, I just found out Canada isn't real. It's maple leaf.
Daddy.
Dad joke. Woohoo! So we'll check in a little bit and hopefully we'll get through the border okay. We've got all our documentation and hopefully we'll make it to our hotel not too late tonight. We're hoping that our time at the border doesn't take too long. We've heard everything from 20 minutes to some people getting stuck there for a chunk of the day. So crossing fingers, everything goes smoothly, and that's it for now. We made it through the Canadian border just a bit ago. We got up early this morning, about 6 o'clock, and we're on the road by about 6:45. Luckily, we had gassed up last night, so we were able to hit the road and get moving. And we got to the Canadian border at Beaver Creek about 2 hours later. The line wasn't very long. We only had a couple cars in front of us, so it wasn't that much of a wait to get to the border agent. They asked us, questions, why we were moving, that sort of thing. We had to show obviously our passports, identification, and then proof of our moving company. We paid to have our stuff shipped, and so we were able to provide those documents to prove that we had an essential reason to go through the border. Evelyn and I stayed in the car until Sam let us know that there were restrooms inside. The border agent asked just for one adult to go in and asked additional questions, and so we were able to use the restrooms there at the border crossing building. Once we left the border, we went down the road maybe about a mile or two and pulled off at kind of like this family-owned motel type thing that was not open yet. We're guessing some of the businesses either have closed because of COVID or they just aren't open for the season. So we were able to have a good cell signal enough to log on to Switch Health, which is the company that the Canadian government has contracted with to do COVID testing. So when Sam was at the border, they gave him 2 test kits for each of us. So we had a total of, how many test kits was that? Two for each of us, so that we had 6 test kits. And the first kit had to be completed within 24 hours of crossing the border. So what we did was we went ahead and logged into our account. Sam was able to get onto a kind of like a FaceTime type chat with a nurse that instructed us to do the kits. So all 3 of us tested. We put the test kit in a what they call a perolator bag, and perolator is like FedEx, UPS type service in Canada. And so our plan tonight is to drop it off in Whitehorse. They have a drop box for Perlator, so our test kits will be mailed off that way. And hopefully the process will be smooth as far as us getting through here the next couple of days. We are glad that the border agent granted our request to have 5 days to give us enough time to cross through Yukon, which has to be done within 24 hours. The Yukon Territory is pretty strict about folks coming through because of COVID, so they want you in and out in 24 hours. And then we will be going through British Columbia and Alberta before we exit Canada through the border crossing near Idaho. So we're excited that we made it through. The process took about 45 minutes, I think, total for the border crossing, so we were glad that we didn't get stuck at the border. Some people have had issues where they were there for many, many hours, so we feel very blessed that things went very smooth. The COVID testing portion, we had a couple technical issues, but that took us about an hour, and we just decided to just eat our lunch in the car on the go. So we're trying to get through most of Yukon Territory today so we can be out by tomorrow morning. And that is all to share for now. So Avalon, we've been on this car trip. This is day number 2. We made it through Alaska and now we're in Canada. So what's been your favorite part so far?
Canada?
Of Alaska or Canada? What's your favorite part so far?
I like seeing the moose and well, not really being in a car because that's kind of but also seeing different parts and seeing over going around the mountain, like that kind of mountain.
Uh-huh.
It was really, really fun, but it's and I liked our cabin and it's really, really cool. It's really snippy.
What's something you do not like about being in the car? Because we still have a lot of driving ahead of us. What's one thing you don't like about being in the car?
It's boring just sitting.
You get bored sitting there for a bit? Yeah.
Daddy, you're going above the speed.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Daddy, tell it dad joke.
This is how bumpy the roads are in both Alaska and Canada. The frost heaves cause the road to dip and buckle at different points, and so it is very bumpy, and in some spots they have a little orange flag to kind of warn you, the flag right there, kind of warn you whether or not you should consider speeding down a bit, and because you will catch air if you're going at a high rate of speed. And we've been on this highway probably for about about 2.5 hours ago. We crossed the border at Beaver Creek, and the roads have been pretty much rough, and some patches even having just down to gravel. It's a little early in the season to do road construction. They're probably going to make their way through the roads over the summer to do some repairs, but we have seen a lot of potholes and areas where the roads are pretty rough. So right now on the Canada side, you're allowed to go 90 kilometers an hour, which is about 55 miles an hour. And when you get to these frost heaves, you definitely are going to want to slow down. You can see where they had tried to do some repair work, and it's pretty bumpy. And luckily none of us get car sick, so we're hoping that we'll have strong stomachs by the end of this trip.